Good day, people. Let's jump straight into it. Jason Derulo had to issue a disclaimer, as he is being accused of SA. It's alleged by his ex-employee Imaza Gibson. She claims that the R&B singer also allegedly tried to get her to undertake cult rituals. Here we have more details from the BBC.
On November 2nd, during a late-night recording session in LA, he allegedly tells her that if she wants to, quote, make it in the music industry, she would have to take part in a goat skin and fish scales. And that is a direct quote in the lawsuit, quote, goat skin and fish scales. And it says the plaintiff was confused and asked what that meant. Durello explained it was a Haitian reference, essentially describing ritualistic sex acts, the sacrifice of a goat and its blood, and cocaine use. It then goes on to allege that the crudeness and timing of this comment made its meaning clear. Durello was propositioning plaintiff for sex and hard drugs as a quid pro quo for his mentorship. Durello is of Haitian descent, and plaintiff understood he was invoking a cultural metaphor to suggest sexual ritual. And it goes on to talk about something called quid pro quo sexual harassment. I'm going to break that down in a second, but first...
So he's being accused of trying to initiate her by using an occult practice. Well, looks like he's been exposed as being part of the Brotherhood, trying to get his new artist to undergo his ritual. We've heard all this before. More proof that the Brotherhood exists. Goat skin refers to rituals involving sex and goat sacrifice. Fish scales is a reference to a specific strain or form of cocaine. I will keep you updated on this case as it has not yet gone to court. It seems that Imaza Gibson is of course suing him in court, as she was dropped from Jason's label and is seeking damages for this and other abuses. Before we move on, let's have a listen to what Emza had to say about the issue.
The goat skin and fish scales ritual that Jason told me I had to do in order to move forward in my career and be successful. But we see these celebrities, musical artists, athletes, all of them throw the symbolism in their music videos, you know, their lyrics and stuff like that. That's who they claim, that's who they represent, and I don't represent that. So I've always been transparent with people, what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. I'm willing to follow God and use my talents that he gave me and entertain, but I'm not willing to do X, Y, and Z, goat skin and fish scales, and any other extra stuff to make it. You know, I was told from a peer in the industry, you know, not just Jason, saying you have to do things in order to move up. And if you don't do them, you won't go further. Obviously, I didn't do them, and look where my deal went. But another peer in the industry was like, imagine they only let you go so far. And I'm just like, you know, just my energy. I got so far. I was signed to Jay-Z, Rock Nation. It was on Forbes, Savage X Fenty fashion show, Forever 21, K-Swiss. Our song is on Sims, Dumbstruck, Sims 4, I believe. Soundtracks, VH1. I was doing a lot. And I didn't have to do anything up to that point. Like, I didn't have to sleep with nobody. I didn't have to do anything against my morals. I didn't have to do nothing to get to that point. It was just pure hard work. Even when I got signed, I'm like, okay, got it locked in. You know, I got the blueprint. I could just keep going. And I went till I couldn't go no more. It really took a toll on me. It still takes a toll on me. I'm able to talk about it now and be more calm. I used to, now I get upset about it, but I'm trying to learn how to communicate without getting riled up for my health.
So it seems she worked it out. You can only get to a certain point, then you have to join them. Join the cult. They won't give you a platform unless you join. So she put in the hard work and climbed the ladder, only to be told that she had reached her ceiling, and if she wanted a bigger room, a bigger slice of the pie, she better conform and join the cult. She refused. Stay strong, my girl. Now moving on to digital ID cards. This is a new law that is being brought into the UK in the next few years.
What if I told you your phone is about to become your ID, whether you like it or not? Well, it's all part of a controversial government plan to try and discourage illegal migrants.
Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
So, digital IDs are coming. Now this is taking place all over the world, including America. There are so many issues with these ID systems. We will have to give our photos to the government and also our details. They will then be able to track our movements using face recognition cameras, the same way they do in China. The future plan will be, of course, to link all details, including spending ability, to the digital IDs. This is the first step towards the mark. But let's not go too deep down the rabbit hole yet. The digital ID system will store your most personal data, including your address and nationality details. So if there was a data breach of some kind, the hackers would know every detail about you. But I know what you are thinking. They already have these details from your passport or driving license. Yes, these details are all separate departments. The digital ID is just one department, and you have to think how long would it be before they then link to a worldwide digital ID system, with all countries around the world hooked up to one system. Sound impossible? No, it's not. The European Union is made up of 27 different countries. They are set to introduce a centralized digital ID system. Now USA are set to introduce their version in the coming years. All you then would have to do is merge two systems. This would form a database of nearly 20% of the world's population. You see where this is going. Another step to the New World Order. Because let's be honest, that would be the end game. To have the entire world tagged and controlled. Now, the plan is to have these details kept on our phones. So, the phone is the tracking device. Think about it. The phone can be tracked at all times. And since you have your digital ID on your phone, you will be able to be tracked and traced at all times. We are slowly walking into George Orwell's 1984. The digital ID system will have a photo of you embedded onto it. This photo will of course be kept on the database. Facial recognition cameras are slowly becoming a part of our everyday lives.
And right at the end of the road, there are facial recognition cameras mounted on the lampposts here and here. They're scanning the face of everyone who walks past and beam that image to a Met Police computer, comparing those faces against a massive watch list of people the Metropolitan Police are looking for. At this end of the road, you can see at least 7 police officers staring at their phones, waiting for a match to potentially come by. There are also 2 people, security guards, seem to be watching the operation as well. The model they're using, we think, costs around £1,000 a pop. So just looking up here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, £6,000 worth of camera kit at this end of the street alone. We've come maybe 100 metres down from the corner of the road, and we've already seen 2 more live facial recognition cameras on the lamppost behind me. And yes, another bunch of police officers stood looking at their phones, waiting for a match to happen. These cameras are turning Croydon's main shopping street into a mass police lineup, checking the identity of everybody who walks past, comparing every single person against a massive police watch list. This kind of surveillance is unprecedented in the Western democratic world.
So you see, if they link the digital ID system to the facial recognition cameras, we will be monitored 24/7, our whereabouts tracked by AI. From the people we visit to the shops we go into, all privacies will be eroded. If you want to know exactly their plans, then look to the system in China. There they have the full implementation. The digital ID is not only used for identification, it also holds your credit score, and they track you wherever you go through your phone and by the use of facial recognition cameras. Please let me know your thoughts on the matter.